Well, hello, it's Wednesday, it really is, and time for Woolly Hat's Wednesday Whips. You join me back in Woolly Hat Towers. We have done our grand tour of the south, and it's still raining, so we've been avoiding the showers today. Of course, you get back from holiday and the garden needs weeding and the grass cutting, but we haven't even had a chance to get out there because it's been such a rainy sort of day and week. Anyway, so let's see what I've been up to. As you saw on my Holly Bops, I had lots of different projects. So, whoops, here's one. Now this is called Aran Sock, and it was in one of the knitting magazine things. So you can see it's got Aran designs, which looks quite nice, and it is very nice. But it's a 34 row pattern, so I'm having to concentrate very much because it's difficult, even for people who've done it before. So it's not as simple a knit as I normally expect for a sock, but anyway, we shall persevere. I'm now on the heel, and that's good because it's just knitting and purling and there's no Aran in it. And then when you get to the foot, you just do the Aran on the top of the foot rather than underneath. So I'm really enjoying it though, because if this was Stroke-O-Vision, yeah, this has got, it's merino, and then there's the 10% cashmere. So it's so soft and quite a bright colour. But we don't like bright colours, do we? Well, I don't. So that is lovely to work with, and it's almost too good to put your feet in. But we shall see. I don't think I'll spend all this time doing this work and then just looking at it, but hey ho. So that's one of my projects, and did lots of that in the tent while it was raining. The other thing I did in the tent while it was raining, as you can see, I've done really well with the Ronnie top from the latest Rowan's magazine, I think it's 66. Lisa Richardson design using Sirdar linen drape. So it's not the Rowan wool, but it's quite nice, and it looks linen drape. So that colour is called lime. So it's not quite as bright as the socks, but it's going to be quite bright. So this is a much simpler knit. As you can see, it's knit, and then every so often you do a row of knit one, purl one, then a purl a row, and then knit one, purl one in the opposite direction there. So a nice little knit. So I'm looking forward to finishing that. And then you also saw that I made great progress on this. So I've done all the squares that the pattern suggests. Now the original pattern was for Aran wool, and this is double knit. So I've tested it on the this sofa here, which is what I'm going to put it on. I've decided to do a few more rows. So a few more rows it will be, and then I can put the border on, and then I can sit on it and brighten up the room. So that'll be fab. But it is looking rather good. So I'm very pleased with that. Although Mr. W, in his enthusiasm to vacuum today, has vacuumed up some of my wool, but not too much, so that's fine. So also, while I was away on holiday, through the letterbox came my knitting magazine, this month's knitting magazine, and also Inside Crochet. So on the Inside Crochet, they had quite an interesting article, which are all the crochet things that are in the shops now. So you've got things in ASOS, Toast, Hush. I've never heard of Hush, but there we go. Zara, or they make clothes far too small for me. But also, I'm not sure about that bikini. Are you? But it's quite interesting how trendy crochet is nowadays. So it's not just all about granny squares and things like that. There's all kinds of things. I mean, that's quite a nice little bag, isn't it? I'm sure that you could do a pattern like that if you knew it. So it's all granny squares out, but it looks rather something. The other thing in Inside Crochet is spot it and buy these to spot trends for you guys, so you know what's coming up. It's what they call, so here's a mat and a coaster, and this is what they call what do they call it? Mosaic crochet, yeah. And it's created by doing longer stitches 1 or 2 rows below. Sometimes you might have done that if you've done a spike stitch, but this is doing it a lot to form a little pattern like a mosaic, and it gives better texture as well. So I thought I might try one of that because there's a lot of mosaic crochet patterns around. Might do a little workshop on it, but I've noticed there's a lot. I did some Christmas decorations last year using mosaic crochet and other things, so I'll look into that. Not only do we have mosaic crochet, but we also have almost a mosaic knitting. And again, this is something I've noticed a lot of patterns now, where they use a combination of slip stitches and twisted stitches to create that almost textured tweed look. Obviously using different colours here. But again, they're using the slip stitch as you would do. Those who are sock knitters will know about slip stitches, and those who came on the brioche, of course I did, will know about slip stitches. And there's quite a lot of this around as well. So, mosaic and slip stitches, both in knitting and in crochet. So that was quite interesting. Nice shawl on there, nice colour. Anyway, so that was the other thing. Inside Crochet, there was a little freebie magazine as they do, and this is a brochure of all the throws that Janie Crow has done. Now, Jane Crow, she started off as a knitting designer and then got into crochet. And I did, those who come on some of the crochet course, seen a scarf I did based on something she's done. But she has, in the last few years, she's developed some really fab throws. So there's the place like that. And the one I really like is that one there. So I have actually bought the pattern for that, so I haven't got any yarn for it. Thing is with throws, they do use up a lot of yarn. And if you want to use nice yarn, it gets quite expensive. So I'm going to have a think about how I do that. But I do love the colours and I love those sunflowers. But a nice little book. She's got a new website and I think all of them are on there. And she does them in different colourways and you can buy some of them as kits. So if you fancy a project and you're not quite sure what to do, then that's that. She's got things for beginners and also intermediates and more advanced. So there's something for everybody. So always so much to do. So that's what I've been doing and that's what's caught my eye this week. Well, I've been dodging the rain. So I think that's about it. I'm supposed to be going out for a run this evening, but it is drying up now, not so much rain. That'll do me good. It will help me wear off the ice creams and the cake I've been eating over the holidays. I think that is all for me this week. I hope you're having a good week and are sheltering from the rain. Please share your projects and what you're up to, and I'll be back next week. Bye.